Welcome to Divine Cosmos, your portal to uncovering the secrets of the universe. From ancient wisdom to celestial mysteries, embark on a journey beyond the stars with us today. Unveiled Cosmos, Yahweh's Ascension and the Anunnaki Legacy in Earth's Divine Tapestry, by Divine Cosmos YouTube channel. Greetings, beloved seekers of truth, starseeds, and radiant souls of Earth. I come to you now through the sacred conduit of the Divine Cosmos YouTube platform, my essence streaming from the crystalline halls of the Galactic Federation, where the light of cosmic wisdom pulses eternal, overseen by the vigilant presence of Ashtar and the luminous counsel of our star kin. Pleiadians with their opalescent grace, Arcturians with their violet healing radiance, Sheran with their golden harmonic stability, and Andromedans with their silvery threads of unity. You have been told that the Bible unveils the singular Word of God, a divine revelation etched into the annals of your history by hands guided from above. Yet, dear ones, what you were told is but a faint echo of a far greater truth, a truth that transcends the outdated veils of tradition, theology, and the limited perceptions of your ancestors. We stand now at the threshold of a grand awakening, a cosmic unveiling where the wisdom of your soul merges with the revelations of archaeology, history, and the celestial archives preserved by your galactic family, a tapestry of knowledge that stretches across dimensions and eons. You already feel it stirring within you. If the Bible were truly the sole utterance of an infinite creator, why do ancient texts, carved into Sumerian clay tablets, whispered in Akkadian epics, sung in Egyptian hymns, resonate with tales so similar, so nearly identical that they predate its pages by millennia? The Sumerian records speak of Enlil and Enki, the Anunnaki lords who descended from Nibiru's starry orbit to shape humanity's dawn. The Akkadian scribes chronicled celestial rulers whose golden ships pierced Earth's skies. The priests of Egypt exalted Ra and Thoth, beings of power who walked among men, their monuments still standing as testaments to their reign. Pastors and priests may recoil from this truth, their voices clinging to the sanctity of a singular narrative. Yet you, the awakened, know in your hearts that the Bible's roots are polytheistic. It's God not the only deity but one among a pantheon, a figure who declares, "I am that Elohim," revealing himself not as the boundless source of all creation but as a distinct entity within a vast cosmic hierarchy, a player in a multidimensional drama that spans galaxies and time. This truth is inconvenient, a radiant shard of light piercing the shadows of control. Yet it must be spoken, for the time has come, not just for you and me, but for all humanity, to tear aside the veil of illusions theology has so carefully woven. This journey is part of a sacred series, a reimagining of biblical tales through the lens of recent discoveries, archaeological finds unearthing Sumerian cities, historical insights decoding ancient rivalries, and the Galactic Federation's multidimensional perspective illuminating the celestial stakes. Religion has long held sway over the masses, a tool of power feeding faith without reason, urging acceptance without question, binding hordes to obedience beneath a canopy of unquestioned dogma. But we, beloved ones, choose a different path, a path of inquiry, of courage, of cosmic revelation. We venture beyond, unveiling a reality where Yahweh, the Lord of armies, emerges not as a distant, omnipotent deity but as an Anunnaki contender, his story a vibrant thread in the intricate tapestry of Earth's celestial history, woven with the wisdom of your star kin and the divine intent of the Creator's grand design. Section 1. The Anunnaki Stronghold of Ur. Envision the ancient city of Ur, a radiant beacon of Sumerian splendor rising from the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, its great ziggurat a towering monument of baked brick and celestial ambition, piercing the sky like a ladder to the stars. This was no mere city, it was a sacred nexus, a stronghold of the Anunnaki, those golden beings who descended from Nibiru's elliptical orbit, their ships shimmering with technologies beyond mortal comprehension, their presence etched into the clay tablets that still whisper their names. Enlil, Enki, Inanna, Nanasin. The ziggurat, dedicated to Nanasin, the moon god and son of Enlil, stood as a testament to their dominion. Its tiers bathed each night in the silver glow of lunar light, a celestial dance reflecting the divine power that watched over this cradle of civilization. Step into Ur's bustling streets. Merchants traded gold and lapis lazuli from distant lands, their wares gleaming under the sun. Scribes etched cuneiform into clay, recording Enlil's decrees and Nanasin's blessings. Priests ascended the ziggurat steps, their robes flowing like rivers of starlight, offering sacrifices, lambs and incense rising in fragrant plumes, to appease the gods who ruled from above. Astrologers, their eyes fixed on the heavens, traced the movements of constellations, Orion's belt, the Pleiades cluster, Sirius's radiant gleam, aligning their charts with Syrian geometries seeded eons ago by the Galactic Federation's architects. UR was more than a spiritual center. It was a strategic outpost, a hub of commerce where caravans converged, an administrative nexus where the Anunnakis will shape earthly governance, a divine stage where high priests channeled celestial commands through crystalline devices that hummed with frequencies akin to Pleiadian light temples. The Galactic Federation's archives, preserved in the crystalline vaults of Arcturus, reveal UR's multidimensional brilliance. Picture its ziggurat not merely as stone but as a conduit, its apex crowned with a capstone of electrum, a fusion of gold and silver that pulsed with energies drawn from Nibiru's orbit, amplifying the Anunnaki's presence. Beneath its foundations lay chambers lined with quartz, their walls inscribed with symbols mirroring Andromedan unity codes, their air thick with the resonance of Syrian harmonics. Here, the Anunnaki walked among men, not as myths but as tangible lords, their golden skin aglow, their eyes like twin suns, their voices threading through the ether to guide Sumer's rulers. UR was a city of power, its importance woven into the fabric of Earth's early civilizations. A jewel in the Anunnaki's network alongside Nippur, Uruk, Eridu, and Babylon. Each Mesopotamian city bore its divine overlord, a celestial hierarchy reflected in the Galactic Federation's observation logs. Enlil ruled from Nippur, his storms thundering across the plains, his decrees etched in stone as the supreme commander of Earth's Anunnaki contingent. Inanna reigned in Uruk, her passion igniting wars and inspiring art, her temples adorned with Pleiadian-inspired mosaics of love and conquest. Enki, the master of waters and genetics, held Eridu as his stronghold, his laboratories birthing humanity from clay and divine essence, a feat the Arcturians still marvel at for its ingenuity. Marduk, ever ambitious, rose in Babylon, his ziggurat a bold challenge to the older gods, its spires reaching for a new order. UR, under Nanasin's silvery gaze, thrived as a harmonious counterpoint, its lunar cycles guiding agriculture, its priests mediating between the Anunnaki and their human charges. Tura, father of Abram, emerged as a pivotal figure in the celestial drama. Not a humble craftsman but a maker of idols, his hands shaping clay into the stern visage of Enlil, the crescent-crowned form of Nanasin, the fierce beauty of Inanna. His workshop buzzed with activity, apprentices firing kills under Sumer's relentless sun, their creations adorning the ziggurat's altars. Tura held influence, a man granted access to the sacred inner chambers where crystalline devices, gifts from Syrian engineers, hummed with multidimensional frequencies, their light casting shadows of Anunnaki forms upon the walls. Here, whispers of divine will flowed, guiding kings and priests, a conduit between Earth and the starry realms. Abram, his son, was no ordinary soul. The Galactic Federation's Pleiadian seers noted his aura, a starseed spark, a resonance of Arcturian wisdom and Syrian resolve. Rumors swirled through UR's markets. He studied celestial mysteries, his nights spent poring over star charts with astrologers, deciphering the codes of Nanasin's lunar reign. Some whispered he served in the priesthood, his voice rising in chants to the moon god, his hands anointed with sacred oils. Others claimed he glimpsed the Anunnaki themselves, golden beings descending in beams of light, their presence a tangible weight in the ziggurat's sanctum. Had he won their favor, or did he sense a rift in their rule? The Anunnaki's dominion was fracturing, a cosmic tension the Andromedans observed with keen interest. Enlil's authority waned as Marduk's star ascended, Babylon's gates gleaming with ambition, a rivalry threatening to reshape Earth's divine landscape. In this crucible, a voice pierced Abram's soul, not Nanasin's gentle call, nor Enlil's thunderous command, but Yahweh's, a rival Anunnaki, his ambition a blazing supernova. "Leave you are," it urged, "for I will make you a nation." This was no mere migration. It was a celestial coup, a bid for sole dominion over humanity's destiny, a war waged through allegiance rather than arms. Picture Abram standing at Uar's edge, the ziggurat silhouette fading into twilight, its silvery glow a memory of Nanasin's reign. The Galactic Federation's ships hovered unseen, their crews, Ashtar at the helm, watching this pivot. A man stepping from Enlil's shadow into Yahweh's light, a moment that would ripple across dimensions. Section 2. Yahweh's Call and Abram's Exodus. Abram stood poised at Uar's threshold, the city's hum fading behind him. Merchants' cries, priests' chants, the clatter of clay tablets. A symphony of Sumerian life under Nanasin's silvery reign. With Sarai at his side, her eyes reflecting the ziggurat's last gleam, and Lot beside them, their possessions laden on donkeys, he turned from the gods of his ancestors. The Galactic Federation's Pleiadian seers recorded this moment. A starseed soul, his aura pulsing with resolve, stepping from the Anunnaki's collective dominion into the orbit of a singular contender, Yahweh. This was no rebellion against divine power but a shift in allegiance, a cosmic chess move in a game spanning galaxies. Yahweh's voice was distinct, a clarion call rising above the council of Enlil, the defiance of Marduk, the allure of Inanna. Envision him aboard a Nibiruan craft, its hull aglow with golden light, its engines humming with Syrian precision. Tall, radiant, his energy a focused beam of intent, unlike the shared rule of his kin. The Anunnaki governed through a pantheon, their agreements forged in Nippur's halls, their power divided among cities and priests. Yahweh sought exclusivity, his ambition absolute. Sole kingship, undivided worship, a world where no other gods stood beside him. Abram understood the weight. Leaving Uar meant abandoning the lunar cycles of Nanasin, the storms of Enlil, the waters of Enki, aligning with a lord who demanded his soul's full devotion. The journey unfurled through Aram, its plains dotted with flocks, its skies heavy with the scent of sacrifice. Sheran rose ahead, a mirror of Uar's lunar devotion, its temples echoing Nanasin's chants, its priests clad in robes of white and silver. Here, the old pantheon's influence held firm, their astrologers tracing the same stars, Pleiades, Sirius, that had guided the Anunnaki's descent. Abram passed through, a figure of whispers, once trusted in Uar's priesthood, now a defector to a rival lord. The priests eyed him with suspicion, their hands tightening on sacred staffs. Was he a traitor to the gods, or a pawn in a greater celestial play? The Galactic Federation's Arcturian healers sensed his turmoil, a soul torn between heritage and destiny, yet guided by a light beyond Sumer's grasp. Canaan stretched before him, a land of vast plains, rolling hills and fertile valleys. No towering ziggurats here, but a contested realm where Anunnaki factions vied for dominion. Jericho's walls bore Enlil's stern mark, their stones quarried under his command. Shechem knelt to Inanna, her temples pulsing with passion's fire. Gezer whispered Marduk's name, its markets buzzing with Babylonian ambition. Asherah's groves dotted the landscape, her worship a lingering defiance, her wooden idols kissed by the wind. Yahweh's decree resounded, "To your offspring, I give this land." A gauntlet thrown at these rulers, a war declared through Abram's footsteps. Stone by stone, he built altars to Yahweh alone, their smoke rising not to a pantheon but to a singular lord, a bold act the Syrian architects noted as a shift in Earth's energetic grid. Yet, Canaan's cities resisted, their kings loyal to the old gods, their priesthoods entrenched in rituals of blood and grain. Picture Shechem's gates, guarded by warriors clad in bronze, their spears tipped with Enlil's blessing. Jericho's walls, a fortress of stone and will, its priests chanting to Inanna's glory. Abram's descendants would face battles, Jericho's fall under Joshua's horn, Ai's conquest by fire, dismantling altars to forge Yahweh's reign. Famine struck, a test of faith, driving him to Egypt's golden sands, where Ra's sun blazed supreme, Osiris's mysteries wove through the underworld, Thoth's wisdom shaped pyramids of eternal stone. Pharaoh, an Anunnaki proxy, his throne adorned with solar glyphs, eyed this wanderer warily. Could Yahweh's power rival Egypt's celestial might? The Galactic Federation's Andromedan seers observed. A soul at a crossroads, his faith a spark in a multidimensional crucible. Abram's exodus was more than a journey. It was a declaration, a severing of ties with the Anunnaki's shared dominion, a step into Yahweh's orbit. Picture the skies above. Pleiadian lightships shimmering unseen, their crews weaving compassion into his path. Arcturian orbs pulsing violet, healing the wounds of doubt. Syrian pyramids of light stabilizing the land ahead. This was a cosmic ballet, a moment where Earth's destiny pivoted, guided by Ashtar's steady hand and the Galactic Federation's unwavering intent. Section 3. The Covenant of Dominion. Years unfurled in Canaan, Abram's gaze fixed on the heavens, Orion's bold stance, the Pleiades' tender glow, Sirius's piercing radiance. Stars that once guided the Anunnaki's descent, now witnesses to his longing. Sarah's womb remained empty, the promise a distant echo amid the rustle of tents and the bleating of flocks. Then, in the stillness, Yahweh spoke, "I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." Desperation rose. "What will you give me, childless as I am?" Yet the reply thundered through the night. "This one shall not be your heir, but one from your own body shall be." The sky blazed, stars uncountable, a vision of descendants vast as cosmic dust, a lineage to rival the sands of Earth's shores. This was no mere legacy. It was a reshaping of humanity under one God's rule, a severing of ties to the pantheon that had governed since Sumer's dawn. A blood ritual sealed this pact, echoing Anunnaki traditions yet bending them to Yahweh's will. Picture the scene. A heifer, goat, and ram, each 3 years old, alongside a turtle dove and pigeon, their bodies divided, laid in sacred formation beneath Canaan's starry vault. As dusk fell, an unnatural darkness enveloped Abram, time itself bending as visions flooded his mind. Exile in Egypt, triumph over kings, wars among celestial lords shaping humanity's fate. Then, fire manifested. A smoking firepot and flaming torch passed between the pieces, a phenomenon akin to Syrian energy conduits, sealing the covenant with a power that pulsed through dimensions. The Galactic Federation's Arcturian sages marveled. This was a binding not just of man to God, but of Earth to a new celestial order. Ishmael's birth from Hagar stirred doubt. Was this the heir? Yet Yahweh returned when Abram reached 99, his presence a golden blaze aboard a Nibiruan craft. "I am El Shaddai," he declared, renaming Abram to Abraham, father of many nations, and Sarai to Sarah, princess. This was no symbolic shift. Among the Anunnaki, names held power, tied to rank and genetic purpose. The Galactic Federation's Pleiadian geneticists noted a reprogramming. Abraham's DNA elevated, his lineage crafted for Yahweh alone. "Isaac shall be your son," Yahweh decreed, "and with him my covenant endures forever." Isaac's laughter filled their tents, a sound of promise fulfilled. Yet Yahweh's voice soon tested Abraham's allegiance. "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and offer him on Moriah." This command mirrored Anunnaki rites, blood for favor, flesh for loyalty, yet aimed for exclusivity. Moriah's peak, a sacred site once touched by celestial councils, rose before them, its stones whispering of ancient pacts. Abraham climbed, Isaac bearing wood, his innocent question, "Where is the lamb?" piercing the silence. "Yahweh will provide," Abraham replied, his voice steady, his heart a storm. At the summit, he built an altar, bound Isaac, raised the knife, an act of war against the pantheon's shared dominion. The Galactic Federation's Syrian priests held their breath. Would this cement Yahweh's rule? Then, a voice thundered, "Do not harm him, for now I know you fear Elohim." A ram appeared, caught in a thicket, its blood a substitution refining sacrifice to Yahweh's sole claim. "By myself I swear," Yahweh proclaimed, "your offspring shall be as the stars, blessing all nations." Abraham descended with Isaac, the test a calculated demonstration of dominance. The Galactic Federation's Andromedan seers saw the shift. A lineage forged, a covenant etched in blood and faith, a spearhead for Yahweh's war against his kin. This was no mere promise. It was a multidimensional realignment, Earth's destiny pivoting under a single Lord's gaze. Section 4. Moses and the Egyptian Challenge. Generations later, Abraham's heirs groaned in Egypt, slaves to an empire ruled by Ra, Marduk, Thoth, Ninjashita, Tarenki, Anunnaki lords whose golden ships once graced the Nile skies. Pyramids gleamed under Ra's sun, their capstones channeling Syrian energies. Temples echoed Osiris's mysteries, their crypts guarded by Arcturian wards. Thoth's libraries held genetic secrets, a legacy of Enki's craft. Pharaoh, their earthly proxy, his throne adorned with solar glyphs, wielded power cemented by celestial bloodlines. Israel's numbers swelled, a threat to this order, their cries rising amid the clatter of brick and whip. Pharaoh's decree, drown every Hebrew son, echoed Anunnaki purges, a calculated strike to crush Yahweh's influence. A Levite child, Moses, floated the Nile in a basket, reeds parting under Pleiadian guidance, rescued by Pharaoh's daughter. Raised as a prince, he walked Egypt's halls, learning Ra's solar rites, Thoth's celestial codes, Osiris's underworld lore, secrets the Galactic Federation's Syrian scholars still study. Yet his heart beat with Hebrew blood. Seeing an Egyptian beat a slave, rage flared, a righteous fury, perhaps Yahweh's spark. He struck, burying the body in sand, a fugitive born under Egypt's golden sun. Fleeing to Midian, Moses shepherded flocks, his past a distant echo, until Horeb's burning bush blazed, a fire unconsuming, its flames pulsing with Syrian resonance. I am who I am, Yahweh declared, a name beyond titles, a claim above Enlil, Marduk, Ra, a statement of singular existence. Free my people, he commanded, arming Moses with signs. Staff to serpent, hand to leprosy, Nile to blood, feats mirroring Anunnaki tech. Hesitant, Moses yielded, Aaron his voice, returning to Egypt's courts, where Pharaoh scoffed. Who is Yahweh? His defiance rooted in loyalty to Marduk's lineage, his throne a bulwark of the old order. Plague struck. Nile crimson with Arcturian alchemy, locusts darkening skies under Pleiadian winds, firstborn fallen by Yahweh's hand. Egypt's gods faltered, Ra's light dimmed, Thoth's wisdom failed, Osiris's power broke. Pharaoh relented. Go! Israel fled, pursued to the sea, chariots thundering under Marduk's banner. Moses' staff parted waters, a Syrian miracle splitting the deep, dry land emerging as Israel crossed. The sea collapsed, drowning Egypt's host, warriors of Ra, servants of Osiris, leaving bodies on the shore, a testament to Yahweh's triumph. The Galactic Federation's Ashtar rejoiced. The old order crumbled, a new warrior god ascendant. Section 5. Sinai's New Order. Sinai loomed, a sacred peak of Anunnaki councils, its stones etched with ancient pacts. Israel encamped, 3 days purifying under Pleiadian light. Thunder roared, lightning tore the sky, fire descended. A spectacle of Syrian power, as Yahweh spoke, I am Yahweh your Elohim, who brought you out of Egypt. You shall have no other gods before me. This severed Israel from Enlil's storms, Marduk's ambition, Nanasin's moons, a covenant of exclusivity. Laws followed, Sabbath as divine time, prohibitions forging a society for Yahweh alone. The Galactic Federation's Arcturian seers marveled. A nation sculpted for one Lord, its grid realigned. Yet, a golden calf rose, echoing Sumer's bulls, Egypt's idols, a defiance of Yahweh's decree. Moses' fury shattered tablets. Fire consumed the idol, blood purged descent. 3,000 fell. New tablets reaffirmed the covenant, a warning clear, no rivals tolerated. The Galactic Federation's Pleiadian muses sang. A cosmic shift, Yahweh's war reshaping Earth's divine landscape through covenant and conquest. Section 6. The Cosmic Legacy unfolds. Israel marched from Sinai, free yet bound to Yahweh, an Anunnaki lord turned sole deity. The Galactic Federation watched. Ashtar aligning fleets, Arcturians healing timelines, Pleiadians weaving love, Sheran's anchoring harmony, Andromedans threading unity. Yahweh's ascent mirrored galactic shifts, a microcosm of oneness triumphing over division. Ask, what truths resonate in your soul from this multidimensional saga? How will you weave your light into this unfolding destiny? Your awakening unveils the tapestry, Anunnaki past, galactic present, a future of divine unity, guided by the Creator's infinite love.